Hello everybody. So this is part 2 of the Cyberchopper build. I'm not quite sure what we're going to get into today, but it'll be more fabrication on the frame. I'm going to see that the motor runs. I'm going to do a little bit more grinding. I've got the mounts for the electric motor on the Flamingo build, so I'm going to take those off. And then I'll do some sort of dry assembly, and then we will see where we can weld things. Okay, stay tuned for an exciting episode. Okay, so those are the two nice little elbow pieces. They're actually only there for looks, you know, you want to get a nice little round pipe bend over there. Otherwise, I could have basically just butt jointed these things, but it wouldn't look as good. So let's put one nice curve on an angular Cyberchopper. I want to make a slot in this pipe here so that I can weld from the inside pipe to the outside pipe. The same with the bottom one on the outside there, because I think the twisting action on there is kind of like this. And then I want to make a slot in the front here and the back there, and that'll stop that sort of torquing motion that way. So we've got a torquing motion that way from the weight of the rider and gear, and then a torquing that way due to the one-sided one connection, what do you call it, the frame on one side. So you've got a torque action sort of that plane, and then the weight sort of that plane. So let's try and fix that. What we need to achieve is this straight top line that achieves the nice look that I was going for. So we have two options. We either cut here, that brings the wheel forward, or we cut here and it bends that thing round like that upright. Here we have the wheel exactly above the mounting point, so we can see how much distance we have away from the frame there. Vision on that or that. So we're a little bit further away because of the bend in the pipe there. That's why it was looking like that triangle was too narrow. Okay, as you can see, I've got some mock-up pulleys there. Yeah, it's touch and go. And then this can actually go basically anywhere up here. My issue is the motor, which I'll show you now. So the motor, the pulley, look, that's basically flush there. So this motor's going to sit right up against that upright. About half a centimeter there, and I think about that much there, so that's about 2 centimeters. I'm going to chop. In the worst case scenario, I might have to notch this pipe out a little bit to put the motor in. I've just cut the two ends of the trailing arm, or whatever you call it, and now let's see if we can test fit and see if the thing fits up nicely. What I'm going to do is go and test fit it on the frame outside. The idea here is that we've got the little pipe welded into the corner piece, and then what we'll do is I'll weld the inside pipe to the outside pipe, and then we'll go all the way around again. Hopefully that'll give it a little bit more rigidity. Let's see. Okay, so that's pretty nicely jigged up, more or less 90 degrees there. I'm gonna clean up the welds on the bends, and then we will test fit and tack weld in. So there's the line where I have to cut the main frame. What I'm going to do is I'm going to finish welding up this thing. It's pretty hideous at the moment. So once these angles are nicely welded up, then I will then fit this thing to the main side of the frame. Once that is done, I need to do one gusset, and then the frame will basically be back together as it was, except opposite to where it was yesterday. I'm pretty happy with that. Cool, this is going quite well. I've made a few mistakes, but I've fixed them. You know, that's right. I think that's enough welding on the rear arm for now. I'm worried that I'm going to run out of welding rods by doing so much flipping welding over there. So yes, going to stop welding on that, and then I'm going to weld to the main frame, and it'll be strong enough, and then I'll just clean the welds up once I can get to a store and get some more welding rods. Welded up the frame, so this trailing arm is now welded back to the frame, which is great. It is a little more tricky than I was expecting, but it's okay, it's looking good, it's pretty straight. Quite happy with that result. Something was still influenced by the shape of that frame. You can see it, right? That pulley looks like it's in the center of the wheel there, and so I just turned the motor around so that I could just gauge the distance, and it kind of looks like it clears that. So maybe I cut off a little bit too much, but that's good, because now I can get that tensioner in. So now we've got lots of space. The belts fit. Tomorrow what we'll do is we'll build the motor mount. So get the motor mounted, we'll drill out the holes for the pulley. We'll mount the motor and the pulley, and we'll see where we go from there. The hole there in the front of the frame where the pedals used to go, I'm going to build a footrest so it won't look so weird. So just testing out the pulley again, the motor, and it looks like it'll fit. I was just actually looking to see if there was another mounting point. I could make a little bracket. There's a little hole there, perhaps something there. this is where I'd like to end part 2 of the Cyberchopper build. Having a great time building this thing. It's actually coming together really, really nicely. And yeah, I've just started building the mount for the motor, and I will start welding and putting that thing together early in the morning tomorrow, and mount that motor and get that pulley drilled out. And then I'll probably just hook it up to an extension cord and let it go. Alright, cool. Catch you in the next one. Cheers.